Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to We Are 5/5. Alright, so I just want to share my opinion on a couple of things. So I'm noticing that, alright, so before I started posting videos, I was watching a lot of people on YouTube. A lot of y'all, I guess y'all calling each other YouTubers, or let me rephrase that. We call each other YouTubers because it's something I want to get into. So today's only like my second day. That's why my channel don't got too many videos. I only got 1 subscriber. Like, I'm just starting. I just found out you got to have 1,000 views to be able to go live. Like, I don't know. But anyways, I just want to share my opinion on something. So I've been watching this dude, Hassan Campbell, for a little minute now. For a little minute. And I mean, it looked like the brother got good intentions and all. I don't know him. You know what I mean? But it looked like he had good intentions. It looked like he got a few haters. So, if you're from the hood, you know what that means. If you got haters, that means you're doing something right. Because, if you're doing something wrong, you out there smoking crack, living on the street, nobody care. So if you got haters, that means you're doing something right. So anyways, I noticed that he getting a lot of hate traffic since he talking about Black Lives Matter. But prior to that, it don't look like he was getting too much, or he wasn't addressing it as much. But this is my opinion, personally. Excuse my cigarette. Anyway, but this is my opinion. I don't know all these people. And even if I did, who am I to tell you how you feel like protesting? Everybody's different. Some people want to talk it out. Some people want to go out there with the picket lines and pick it out. Some people want to voice their opinion. Some people want to demonstrate. Everybody different, to each his own. We cannot be concerned with others' actions more than we are concerned with our own actions. Get what I'm saying? In other words, what I mean is, I can't be concerned with how Hassan is fighting his war more than I'm concerned with how I am of me fighting my own war. Because our wars are fought on different battlefronts, because we're fighting different battles. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of things to take into accountability. You know what I mean? So everybody fights their battles differently to however they feel more comfortable. Some people might use their notoriety. Some people might use their celebrity. Some people might use their money. Some people might use their empowerment, their influence. Everybody goes about it different ways. Some people might use the camera and their channel on YouTube. Get what I'm saying? Some people might get on a podium on a stage. To each his own. We have over 1,000 and something years of oppression to fight. We got so much oppression. Check this out. I was trying to do this video without swearing. It's a work in progress. You know what I mean? I'm a 100 type person. I don't, whatever. But anyways, we can't be fucking worried about how the next man fighting these people when these fucking people have been fucking with us for over thousands of years. We have enough shit against them that we don't have to throw shit at each other. Get what I'm saying? Some of them people were boxers. Not all of us is boxers. Some of them is speakers. Some of them. So at all the fronts that they fucked us, we need somebody at every single one of them fronts to defend us, to make us 5/5. Because in the law, we're only 3/5. I'm not the smartest at this, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know it all, because I don't. The more I learn, the more I understand that I ain't no shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, you might learn how to count 1 to 10, then you realize you can count 10 to 20, then 20 to 30, and then so on and so on. Then when you get to the 100s, you're like, damn, when I learned 1 to 10, I thought I knew it all. The more you learn, the more you realize you don't know shit. So now, if we got over 1,000 years of oppression coming from mad different ways, financial, emotional, mental, subliminal, through the TVs, through the music, they even fucking with hip hop. Like, think about this shit, right? This is how real it is. You got country singers. These dudes tour in their 50s and 60s. If you a rapper today, you got to be lit at like 15, 16. Because by 27, your career is washed. What sense is that? But that means that we allowed them, check this out, We allow them to manipulate us, to make us believe after a certain age in music, you are rap. Like if it's a sport, like if it's a physical thing. When rapping is a mental and emotional state, that's what you're voicing, you're bringing it out of you. You know what I'm saying? So now, you got these white people, right, that they be touring this country, this rock, this fucking hail to the devil shit. Their music be straight up talking about fucking shooting up heroin. Like, I love Nirvana. I love, like, the songs when these dudes was talking about shooting up heroin. I was mad young. Now that I'm grown, I'm like, hold up, this is what the music was about. They talking about shooting up heroin, but if he was still alive and is fucking 55, 60 years old, I bet you Kurt Cobain still be touring. Fucking guarantee it. But if Tupac was alive today, he probably wouldn't be able to tour because he'd be too old. That's how they manipulated us to fuck ourselves. Like, they got so good at fucking us that they made a machine where we could do it to ourselves and they could sit back and watch us. And just, they don't even gotta do nothing. They could sit back and just watch us destroy ourselves and just laugh at us. So now, back in the day, how hip-hop got to what it was, right? Y'all recall, it's what the South do now. Everything was together. We would pick each other up. Now it's separate. How they say divide and conquer. They don't even have to divide us no more. They got us to divide ourselves. Ain't that a bitch? They got so good at it that we doing a job for them. It's basically we taking the gun, shooting ourselves, and like, yo, why is we letting them shoot us when it's actually us doing it? Like, true shit. How you want to fight them and we cannot not fight each other? So what we gonna do, right? We gonna band together, right? Like, peep this shit. We gonna band together, right? And let's just say it's some prison shit. And it's a race war. So that means the whites is on that side, everybody else is on this side, right? And we supposed to clash in the middle. But before that, we gonna fight each other, then fight them. How the fuck that work? Like, where they do that? Like, we down with a gang. Let's say we a gang, but we gonna bang at each other and bang at them. It's not gonna work. That's how they made the system, for us to fight each other. It don't matter where you at. So, this is what I mean. Let's say you want to be an activist, right? You want to demonstrate. You want to do all this shit, right? But you're not financially stable, right? And you got fucking kids, right? And your girl go to work all day and you go to work all day and you whatever. You got COVID happening. Maybe you're an essential worker. Maybe you not. Who knows? But nevertheless, you don't have the means to get to where you're going. How do you activate your demonstration? How? Think about it. You're going to use any means you can, right? So now me as a person, let's say I have no kids, right? And I have means to get to wherever I want to go. Like a my son or whoever the fuck. I have the notoriety to get, I might have the networking to get me to wherever I need to be. The free time, whatever so be. Who am I to get upset with him because he's able to show up there and demonstrate how he is able to and how he wants? Because the way my life is set up, I cannot. No, instead of doing that, we need to excel each other and push each other forward so we can move towards the common goal that we all want. Granted, some of us might not use the best of languages. Some of us might overreact. That's why all of us ain't good for certain parts. The actions and demonstrations are good for portions. The speakers are good for their portion. Everyone has a portion. You have to bring the fight along. But not all fights are always about fighting. Some fights are about verbalizing and getting it out and figuring out what the problem is to solve the problem so it doesn't repeat. But if we too busy fighting amongst each other, why would they ever want to sit down with us and make us equal? So, for those of you who can't grasp what I'm saying, I'll bust it in layman's terms. Let's say we trapping, right? And we got blocks and we got hoods and we got cliques and we got gangs and however you want to word it, however you want to frame this little picture, right? You over there and I'm over here, right? So now we got our products, we got our licks, our custies, or however you want to word it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, different spots have different lingo's. The vernaculars vary from different area codes and zip codes, whatever. But anyways, let's say there's 3 blocks, right? It's 3 blocks. But 2 of them are established, popping, and you have a third. Third don't have the access. The 2 are always shitting on the third. But the third is always crying he wants to be equal. But the third don't got the money to get the same amount of work as the other 2. Where is the equality going to come if the third don't represent himself enough to be respected? You know what I mean? You got to respect yourself to gain respect. Because in this aspect, this ain't the street where you can take your respect. That's where they know they do not excel. That's why they made the system like this. They made the system to where they know they're going to win. They know we going to get mad, and we know we physically could fuck them up. They know that's what we're going to result to. So they made the game so when you do that, you get kicked out. You go to jail. So from that point forward, everything you say, it's irrelevant. They don't even give a fuck. They look at you as a convicted felon and whatever. You know what I mean? That nigga crazy. He might be talking knowledge to you right now, and then he's going to wild out and do something violent. So we can't even endorse none of that. That's how they made the game. So now that tells you, like they said back in the day, power of the pen. Why they say that? Back in the day. Now, don't teach the niggers how to read. Remember that? Slaves, don't teach them how to read. They can't get knowledge. Oh, fuck it. We got to bring them along, educate them. Okay, let's teach them how to read. Put everything in books. Niggers don't read. That was the beginning of it. Think about it. Power of the pen. The law. They writing it into pen. And with a pen, they writing it into laws. They making the system so we fucking kill each other. Why you think there's package stores and shit on every corner in the hood? I'm in Connecticut. This is rich ass town called Greenwich. These motherfuckers got hella bread. You know what I mean? Rich. Nigga, ain't no Packies. Shit ain't even called the Packy. This shit is called like a wine and spritzer. When you look at that shit, you don't even think there's alcoholics coming out that motherfucker. Go to the hood, B. That shit say package store and fucking whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Even the presentation of it looks different. Go to them rich people house. They probably water their lawn maybe once every 10 days and they grass come up green. Go to the hood, nigga. You can water that dirt 7 days a week. You heard me. You can water that dirt 7 days a week. Fertilize that shit, everything. Ain't nothing coming up but dirt. True talk. I didn't realize that till I was mad young. I came out of prison once and I went to Colorado. I went out there for like a year. I had to see shit different. And yet, that shit opened my... Yo, they have an ordinance in Colorado, right? Because, you know, they landlocked. They don't... It's not like CT. We got an ocean right there. These niggas is landlocked. They have a water ordinance. That means you can only use so much water per day, per week, per month, however they fraction it out. But nevertheless, they have an actual law that I'm guessing a fucking cop will come arrest you for it. That if you water your grass more than 1 time a week, and they grass is green as shit out there. And out here, there ain't no water ordinance. In the hood, you can water your shit every day. Like I said, ain't nothing gonna come up but dirt. Get what I'm saying? That's the system. The system is meant for like, yo, I don't got it, you don't got it, he don't got it, but that nigga got it? Fuck that nigga. We gonna go take it from that nigga. That's what they did. And we can't even say that that's what they did. That's what we allowed them to do to us. That's what we did. Get what I'm saying? Because like I said in my other video, you got to take accountability for your actions. And that's the accountability we got to take. They got to take accountability for theirs, but we can't worry about them. We got to worry about us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like it was one person that got victimized. It was an entire race, generations. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was so, all right, this might sound a little harsh to some. So let me brace y'all because I'm very blunt and up forward. Let's just, you know what I mean? All right. You tell me what's worse. Motherfuckers killing people like Hitler did to the Jews. I mean, well, I put quotations up on that because that's a whole nother subject. Because if the world started in Africa and all that, how would it... We're going to get into that in a whole nother time. But nevertheless, what's worse? What Hitler did to the Jews, that was like a Holocaust, but look at how they're thriving today. So don't just dwell on that one fragmentation of time. Grasp it from before the genocide to the genocide, through the genocide to 2020. Look at where they were, what happened, and where they are today. What was worse, what happened to them, or the current genocide of what white America is doing to the 3/5 of a man of America that is still happening? They basically gave you a mental and emotional and physical genocide for you and your great grandkids for thousands of years, to the point that you can't even tell me something about the black man before slavery. Like when you eradicate someone's history, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a black queen in my crib, you know what I'm saying? And this shit bothers me. So when you eradicate someone's whole history, imagine the hidden knowledge they had. For all we know, right? All these cancers and all these fucking diseases we have, right? For all we know, they probably didn't even have those because they already have the natural herbs and resources that they already figured that out. To them, cancer was probably like a common cold. You know what I'm saying? Because they figured it out so quick, because they eat right, because they probably were living right. Because we all know that the Bible, they tell you that the Bible took place, Israel and all. Where is that located? In Africa, correct? Regardless, south, north. Africa's so big that they had to cut it in half, the division. Remember what I told you? Divide and then conquer. Oh, you can't claim Northern Africa or South. It's one of them fucking two that it's like mad white people. I don't know. I told you I don't know it all. But my point is that division, right? So if it took place in Africa, how is Jesus white with blonde hair? That's your lie. Off rip. Point in case. Everywhere we as 3/5 of a man try to look for a good lane, to stay positive and live the right life, the white man lies, shows his face. Everywhere. It doesn't matter. If you want to be a nerd, guess what? The education that you're getting from the hood, the level that it is, it's not that good of a high as a quality as theirs. So our smartest nerd is probably the equivalent of their dumbest, because of that education, that head start they already have. Get what I'm saying? So now if you have such a head start on a race that doesn't respect itself, that you know for a fact if you leave them alone long enough, they'll fight and shoot themselves. Sometimes they might need a little nudge, drop them off a bag of guns or somewhere like in Chicago. That's the only other way you can explain why so many people get shot so much in Chicago. Because think about it. It's not like you got motherfuckers in the ghetto of Chicago's in their basement making guns. They're not making them. Them guns coming from the same manufacturers that the government workers get. It's coming from the same people. You just got to take that because it's the government shit out your head. It's like if you go to the corner store and you know it's the only store in my whole neighborhood that got alcohol. It's the only store. You know that, right? But yeah, you walking around and you seeing little 12, 13-year-olds with 40s. You're like, the fuck? You go holler at dude like, hell no, I don't even sell 40s. But you know the only person who has alcohol access is him. You'll connect that dot real quick. Oh, this motherfucker bootlegging on the low when the times is shut, before the shit he could sell it or after he could sell it, whatever the case may be. You'll connect that dot ASAP though, right? But for some reason, you won't connect the dot that gun that little nigga shooting on that corner came from the same manufacturing fucking factory that made that gun for the U.S. soldier. You need to think about how that gun got from that factory that made that gun for the soldier, how the fuck it get on the street. Think about that. That's what you're not thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be like left wing, right wing, same bird. They selecting who we can elect. We have no power with the voting system. The Black Panthers knew that. That's why they try to police themselves. Get what I'm saying? That's how far behind we are. We think that with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, we came ahead. Nah, buddy, that was the illusion. They bamboozled us. They fucking took them dudes out of the equation, because you don't hear people like that no more. And they set us back. Because Everything they were talking about, we still dealing with today. We still dealing with the same situation. What you think, when Martin Luther King was around, cats wasn't getting killed by police? It was worse then, because they was knocking niggas in the head with clubs. Fuck clapping you. You know what I'm saying? True shit. What you think, there wasn't? So think about it. If Martin Luther King and them was dealing with police brutality, when did the change happen? When did Martin Luther's, where was his progression? Where? Because the same shit is happening. All they said was, nah, you can vote, we can go to school together, you can fuck our daughters, but guess what? Your life still don't mean shit. Because me as a white cop, I could fucking kill you and they'll give me a promotion and I can retire early and move somewhere and fall the fuck back and get a part-time job, now have 2 incomes, and you're not here still. We need to bring that Constitution to be level, equal for all people, no matter color of skin. That is where your change in lies. Nowhere else. Your change, financial change only means, financial only has the importance that you give it. Get what I'm saying? Some people that are rich will tell you more money, more problems. The poor nigga say, yeah, you just saying that because you got money, right? The rich nigga saying that, yeah, you just saying that because you poor. Sound like y'all saying the same shit, just dancing around money. I mean, the only thing that's going to make you happy is what you give importance to. So if your happiness comes not in that dollar bill, but in the smiles of your child, you rich. If your importance doesn't come in that dollar bill, but in the future of your child, you have an abundance of richness, because the future is still for you to make of your child. Get what I'm saying? Because that dollar bill don't go with you. You can make $20 trillion and die tomorrow, and you did all that shit because you ain't even spend it. So how important is that money to you? The money is only important to those who give it importance. Because when you go, I bet you go to Africa, deep in the jungles, like you go to the Mayan cities, the motherfuckers ain't have money. Not like now. The niggas ain't have money. Think about it. All these pyramids was built. Money wasn't around like that now. There wasn't fucking millionaires everywhere like there is now. Like, what happened? The internet was made when? Yeah, think about that. The internet was made when? Like the Jetsons, buddy. Remember in the Jetsons, they used to hit the button, the food used to come out the box? We know that today as a vending machine, correct? Remember, they've been dealing with this shit a lot longer than us. We just ain't privy to it because we don't have the funds to, because we don't think that, to them, that's what's important. Because they need to keep us distracted. The minute that we understand that we are fucked up because we betrayed the covenant that God made with us, the colored man, because the darker the barrier, the closer you are. That's why you can go into the jungles of Africa and find a fucking dude that looks like he was born in a fucking gym. And this nigga don't even got fucking sandals or sneakers on. This nigga got like a leaf around his fucking waist. Come on, man. Like, real shit. We too busy looking in each other's faults instead of trying to pick each other's pros and increase them. We too busy pulling each other down instead of pushing each other up and pulling each other up. We pushing each other down. We using each other as stepping stones, and instead of moving up, we jumping up and down like them jackasses and burying ourselves and telling them, why ain't you? It's like a dog. It's like a dog telling you, yo, I need a haircut. I want to go out. But every time you turn around, your dog pissing shit in your brand new fucking rug. So you're going to want to do something for that dog, or you're going to want to train that dog to not pissing shit where he eats. Get what I'm saying? We too busy fighting each other. Why they want to make us one with them if we not even one with each other? That's the one thing I could say about the fucking white people that did this. No matter what, even if they didn't get along, they stayed true to the cause. And they made sure it took thousands and thousands, and we're going to make this, and it's going to happen, and we're going to speak it to reality like an affirmation that they don't teach us about. Yeah. We need to stop fighting each other and fight with each other. Because I might be a good talker. He might be a good fighter. She might be a good painter. He might be a good orchestrator. Get what I'm saying? We all might excel at different things that'll make it an awesome protest that they cannot hide, that they cannot not face and not make us one. I'll be back. We are 5/5, man.